Salut à tous, on se retrouve pour le 78e épisode sur Genshin Impact. Donc on est à la suite du donjon de la semaine dernière. Donc on s'était laissé là, donc c'est un vestige du roi Deshret. Deshret, je sais pas comment on dit, excusez-moi, pardon. Dites-le moi en commentaire. Oh, mais non, je suis débile. Attendez, comment je fais? Il y a un trick à faire, non? Ah, ça va, on peut l'activer de là aussi. Ok, mais là, si je remonte, c'est pas bon pour moi, si? Non? Je sais pas. Ok, non, c'est forcément bon. Ok. Ok, je sais ce que je vais faire. Aïe aïe. Bon, lui c'est bon, c'est fait. Hop, on va ouvrir le coffre. Là ça met bien. Il y a peut-être un truc à faire avec ça. Et du coup... Voilà. Ok. C'est parfait là. Ils sont... Ok. Ok, ça c'est bien joué. Ok. Bon, jusqu'à maintenant... Après, est-ce que c'est parce que j'ai pas été assez rapide? J'en sais rien du tout. Qu'est-ce que je veux faire là? Je veux me nourrir. Non, pas quitter. Est-ce que j'ai de la nourriture? Ok, ça. Là c'est de la petite nourriture, mais pour lui et... Parfait. Un truc que je fais mal, non? Non, parce que là c'est... bien non, je descends encore plus bas qu'avant, je sais pas. Ok. Ouais, donc non, c'est quelque chose de nouveau, donc ça c'est cool. Intéressant. On va s'arrêter là-bas sûrement. Ah c'est ça, Deshret. Ok. Oh. Comment ça va s'arrêter ici? Ok. Pour l'instant, jusqu'à maintenant, c'est très intéressant. Et les décors sont vraiment magnifiques, hein.
Wait. What's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
These are...
They left something behind.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people.
You can read ancient king...
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they...
He's not serious.
There's still something off about this place. The scent of life.
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletons. Excellent. There's a device from King Deshret's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit...
Isn't sharing knowledge against the academe...
Yes. However, under the circumstances, you'll understand after watching it.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world.
Les animations dans ce jeu, c'est vraiment
King
quelque chose.
Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Devata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
Stylé.
What was that?
The priest's memories.
Greater Lord Devata. So the former
But this doesn't...
Was that the former Dendro Archon?
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt King Deshret's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of the surviving followers of King Deshret all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not... King Deshret's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't... How could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known.
Raman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're
My Eremites and I. What do...
Hey, how you doing?
I should probably go. Can't just...
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deep, but please, give me some time.
It's not gonna be easy.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with.
When would be a good time for us to...
Tomorrow, I'll convince everyone that we're all on, and I'll return every last one of your your village keepers.
You seem to finally understand that our...
Yes. The gods never gave up on any...
That must have been rough. But he seems to have figured...
Ramon's no fool. Being the leader of your own... It's too bad he was held back by his belief in King Deshret. But now that that's changed...
The outcome, at least, is favorable.
We should get going too. Let's head back. Have a
J'aurais pensé que pas que ça aurait abouti comme ça, j'aurais pensé à un fight un peu plus ultime.
Stop yelling.
Concrètement, oui, j'aurais pensé à un truc un peu plus ultime, mais c'est un dénouement sympa en vrai. C'est un dénouement sympa. Faut se rendre ici. Bah, ce qu'on va faire, c'est une ellipse, comme dans le précédent épisode, et on se retrouve une fois qu'on est à la bonne destination. On se dit à tout de suite. On peut reprendre la vidéo ici, donc on rentre dans leur camp, et on va à la rencontre, comme prévu, des Érémites. C'est comme ça qu'on dit, je crois. Par contre, là, je sens le guet-apens.
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keep...
I guess all I can say now is...
don't mention...
Altaïtam, il peut nu. Ah si,
We
pardon.
share a common cause now.
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them.
Let's go.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell.
We've been all over the desert trying to find you.
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no!
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on Simon...
You should have known that I would be coming for it.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we...
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll...
So, your superiors have kept you quite...
They, wanted to...
Don't play dumb. You know they extract divine canned knowledge.
I don't really...
Well, you better start talking or you'll be stuck...
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor.
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if...
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis. The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said, he asked them, do you wish...
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end...
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet. After that, they harvested dreams via the Sebzerus Festival Samsara. Max, with the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it. Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen...
It adds up.
But how do you
Quelle
determine
histoire
whether the
intéressante.
knowledge extracted is of divine origin?
Call it an educated guess? The Academia has been trying to figure out the exact... Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you... If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to decipher. In other words, it's the source of the god of wisdom.
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light. This is but a form of phototaxis. For many scholars...
Then what does Lesser Lord Kusanali mean? Is she not a true god present in this world? If you already...
From the beginning, the Academia has never treated her. When the Academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as... They found that at the time, she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's gnosis had been used to power the Akasha this entire... Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her.
So...
All right, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change. Rahman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers back to the village. And these two...
Sure.
Nickel. Alors, on va se rendre directement en STP. Oh, misclic, hop. Comme ça va plus vite pour tout le monde. Et on se rend ici.
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The two new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too.
The atmosphere is so heavy. Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about?
Or I can go fetch some snacks.
Oh! Paimon's so coming with you!
Do you have any plans, traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
So you were still withholding some information?
Even though we lived through all of this firsthand, it still feels...
What a whirlwind of a story. Felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there will be more issues to face in the days ahead than I'd anticipated.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move. Now that Ramon's joined us, we'll be an even stronger team.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot allow it to continue.
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more about...
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Yep, it'll work out.
Ah, ça s'annonce pas mal. L'épisode de la semaine prochaine s'annonce vraiment pas mal. Donc on va s'arrêter là. Je pense que c'est ce qu'il y a de mieux à faire. On va pas reprendre un truc, quelque chose tout de suite. Moi je vous souhaite une bonne semaine à tous et on se dit à la semaine prochaine pour un nouvel épisode. Ciao ciao.